Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Got a trailer for The Mandalorian, the new season 3, right?
Yes.
Season 3. And of course, the only thing Star Wars that I'm looking forward to is The Mandalorian. And if they do anything with Ahsoka and stuff like that, with how that's going to work out.
Those two.
But the trailer again, anytime you get a bunch of Mandalorians together, it's just cool. Guys in armor with guns, it's just cool.
Right. And then he even started off with the opening part with him saying, like, we're scattered and we need... So it's like almost like, okay, maybe he's going to try to...
Bring them back together.
Bring back everything together, which is really cool.
So he still needs to go, like, wash himself in the River Jordan 3 times. He has to go do some... Maybe he has to, like, go down to the thing.
Yeah, he has to go... Like, not bathe, but it was, like, literally walk through the waters of, like, Mandalore and
then the
cleanse.
sacred cave thing.
Yeah.
But he still has the Darksaber, so technically he can just say, like, I'm king.
He could, yeah.
So what do you... He's not going to... You think he's going to be, like, king? Or, like, emperor?
I think he should.
I think he should.
I think it would be interesting to see what Bo-Katan...
But would he... But here's the thing, though. He's one of the religious zealots.
Right.
Is he going to enforce the helmet all the time rule?
I don't know. See, that's the thing, because once he becomes king, he can kind of decree what he wants.
Yeah.
So he could make it where maybe they could be both, like a kind of a piece.
Oh, maybe he has like a secret, his Black Guard or whatever, his Death Watch will be.
Yeah.
Like his hardcore guys.
Right. And I would wonder to see what his armor is going to think of that. Because if he does go somewhere in the middle, kind of, she's very hardcore.
She's super hardcore. She's so hardcore. She had the Darksaber and just gave her it back to him because she knows she didn't get it rightfully so. Right. She could have easily just killed him.
Oh, right? Yeah.
But she didn't.
No.
Because she's so crazy that she'll do something nutty, but she's also bound by the rules.
Right. And also,
she follows those rules herself, so...
And she never challenged before, even though when he said, I took your helmet off, you're no Mandalorian no more, and he still walked away with the saber. She didn't say, I challenge you.
Yeah, you have no right to it, take it. But she didn't. She's like, Like, she's like, interesting,
Right, and so maybe maybe that's what she's hoping for. That he does the whole cleansing, becomes king, and makes that hardcore...
Bring back the hardcore ways. But I just like seeing all the different colored armors.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I mean, my most favorite part of things is the drop ship. You have a bunch of Mandalorians dropping down. Unless you got, like, droid armies up the yin-yang, you're going to lose. You have to have superior numbers. A squad of Mandalorians with tricked out armor and everything, they're taking on 40, 50 dudes. Easy.
Oh, yeah. And then on top of that, you have, if they're all working together, I know that's one negative thing, because sometimes they get a little prideful.
Yeah.
And they're very commando-like, so if, like, you have too many lone wolves, it's not going to, like...
But it looks like they're coordinated.
Yeah.
They're dropping down. But, the trailer doesn't give away much, except for the fact that he says he's going back to Mandalore. I'm going back to Mandalore.
Mm-hmm.
But Grogu, is he going to be a little Mandalorian?
He needs to be.
He's going to get a little helmet?
I mean, technically, I know he's going to outlive
his
name, so, like, I guess he can make a decision afterwards, but I think it would just make sense if he gets a little helmet.
But we see him using the Force at the end. Like, I don't even know what creature that is, but he's like in a cave. He's by himself.
Yeah.
But he got a new wheelchair. He got a new Professor X floating thingy. And we see a monster go in there, and you see the monster get thrown out, and he just Force pushed him. Boom. Mm-hmm. So... he's still using the Force. He still has access to it, so...
Right, and then also what I'm wondering, too, when's he going to get rid of that little baby thing? I know he does it because he probably, will take him forever to get anywhere, but when he was training with Luke, he can move. He can do things. But
if you had a cool little space egg to fly around,
I'd
use it every single day.
Maybe not,
but I don't know, because he has Force, so he's a Jedi and a Mandalorian, which is an odd mix of, but they're both, if you think about it, they're both kind of like religious. They're both kind of like monks.
Yeah.
Monks with guns and monks with lightsabers. But I don't know. I don't know where they're going to go with this. Do we get Thrawn? Who do you think the big bad is in this one? Because I know they captured Gideon, right? What was his name?
Gideon.
Yeah, they caught him.
I think they say the Empire still has a stronghold on Mandalore.
Secret base or something?
Secret base, maybe. So there might be another villain like Empire. But I really do think it might be Bo-Katan. Because she really wants to rule, and there's no way to stop her.
Just lose. Oh no, you beat me. Mando doesn't care.
Right.
He cares about cleansing himself and being true to himself. He doesn't care about ruling. He honest guys, oh God, I got the throne, yippity-doo. He doesn't want that. He didn't care.
Right. But Bo-Katan can be crazy enough to be like, well, then I have to kill you.
Yeah.
Because I want to prove that...
I'm better than you.
Yeah. Because remember last time it was given to her and it was just like, yeah, now all that bad stuff happens.
But here's the thing, though. They would have to do this away from Grogu because he's not going to let anyone kill him.
No.
He would like force choke her. Because
Yeah,
remember when they were just screwing around? And he's like, oh my God, this little dude's killing me.
Yeah.
But because he doesn't know any better.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you're hurting my guy. I'm going to get you. Cool space battles. Again, I like the one he's flying through like the clouds and you see all the rain on the cockpit, the glass. But here's the thing. I like the Naboo Starfighter. I think it's a cool design. How is he going to collect bounties if he collects bounties? There's no storage unless I guess maybe if there's like maybe a holding something, that person's going to be like in luggage, like in
all tight.
It's a little tight here.
Or he's gonna have to carbonite freeze them, but he doesn't
Then
have a
put 'em in?
machine.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a machine though anymore to do that.
No.
So I don't know.
Does he get it like an R5 or an R2 unit? Because it looked like he might got one.
He got one. He got put in that little hub. So now we're gonna have a third person, even though droids don't really like. There's some droids that talk.
Are you saying droids aren't people?
No, I'm
saying
saying not all droids talk.
So what? R2-D2 isn't a character.
His beeps and boops.
Yeah.
Yes, but I meant like. But again, another character for him to interact with.
And he doesn't like droids.
He doesn't like droids, but he's getting, I think, more used to the fact of having.
There's that one droid like saved his life at the end of season 1. That was cool. He's like, oh, I can't show my face anymore. He's like, I'm not a person.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so you give him like that meta gel stuff, but it's like, yeah, he's like, dude, I don't care. It's like because when it comes to like honor and stuff, I'm a robot. It doesn't mean anything to me. But I'm looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to watching new episodes on Fridays.
Right.
I from what I've heard, Andor was supposed to be pretty good, but I just don't care.
Right.
It's too early.
And it's too. I know what happens.
Yeah.
The planet's
that guy ends up getting the stuff and meets a what's her face, and they go to the thing and they blow up and get killed. Yeah. I know what happens, so I do not care.
Yeah.
See, I don't know what happens with Mando, even though it takes place before the new trilogy. I don't know what happens with him.
Right, because we don't know what happens to the Mandalorians. We don't know what if they unite, if they fall away, they disappear. We don't know. Because
we have characters like Ahsoka and stuff like that are going into these kinds of series. Like, oh, I want to see what happens with her because they have to get rid of her. She has to die somehow.
Right, right.
So
also Ezra, we don't know what happens with him. Does he kind of... Because again, technically he's still a Padawan, I'm assuming. So, like, does he become a Jedi? Does he go through the whole thing that Kanan went through kind of thing? And also, I know it sounds really geeky, does he end up with Sabine? That's another thing, too. Like, no one really knows. Some closure with those characters would be kind of cool. Yeah. Also, seeing the Ghost team on screen is going to be so cool.
Yeah, not just like, oh, those are its engines. I want to see it actually doing its thing.
Yeah, so I want Syndulla. I want...
her little boy. He's probably a little bit older doing some stuff.
Yes, that would be an interesting tie-in. Could you imagine if Ezra becomes...
Yeah, like he's like teaching him. That'd be dope. I love it.
Because the connection with Kanan was with his master, and he always felt like teaching Ezra that way. So it'd be kind of funny doing that to his son, to being like, oh, well, this is what your dad taught me.
Yeah.
And so that would be cool.
See, I think Ezra could be the new kind of Jedi. You don't have to lock yourself in a cave and I can't love anything. You got to... Because again, I remember someone made a TikTok on this. Like, he's the perfect person to train Grogu. Because he has a deep love for the Mandalorian culture and its people. Mm-hmm. He is an unconventional Jedi. So he's not like Luke, and he's not like Ahsoka, because Ahsoka has the past of what happened with Vader. Mm-hmm. Luke has all this stuff where you have to pick a path, you can't go both ways. But Ezra would be like, cool, let's do this. He's like a Qui-Gon Jinn when it comes to skirting the old ways, because he didn't get trained in the traditional way.
Right, and then you have where Kanan kind of taught him to kind of like work through your emotions, and it's okay. Because there's many episodes where he was like either scared for a teammate, and he was like, man, I want to do something because I have the ability to do it. And he's like, being part of like having the Force, you got to let go. You got to just, do you trust that she's going to do her job? And he's like, yeah, then trust in that.
I trust that when he brought in Darth Maul thing, he's like, yeah, I got this guy who's going to help us out. Yeah. He's like the coolest guy ever. He's like, hee. That's such a funny scene because we know as like the audience, like, oh, this is a bad dude. But Ezra has no clue that this guy's a bad dude. But I just love that scene. It was so funny.
By the way, too, I also love Darth Maul's little like hints, like, oh, so you're a Jedi? He's like, no, I was a Force wielder. Like, I don't want to say a Sith, but...
But I think The Mandalorian did the best job with Star Wars with breaking away from traditional Star Wars, but still feeling exactly like Star Wars.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like hopefully with some of these added characters, it's something fresh, new, and it's moving forward. And that's what we want to see in Star Wars.
Do you think you get that one droid? I forgot his name, but he's the a-hole android. In
Yes,
Rebels.
I want Chopper.
Yeah, Chopper was cool. Chopper was like a murderer.
Yeah, I love that guy. He doesn't care.
It's so funny. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like the R2 version of HK-47.
Yeah.
Where he was just like hated humanity and he like just, his meat bags, meat pup. What do you call them? Meat sacks? That's what you call humans.
Yeah.
But that's where you still have the fun side of Star Wars where it's kind of like, okay, it's not necessarily for little kids, but they have little kid type fun moments, but then you have serious moments too, and they can blend those two things together. Do you think it ends here with Mando? Do you think Mando's quest is over at this season 3?
It could be. I think
because we're gonna run into Rey and Finn and all that stuff.
Right. And it might be a nice tie-in if you wanted to do something more like, let's say they take back Mandalore, right? What if Thrawn puts his big old hand over it and said, so that's where the Mandalorians were doing all this time while Rey and all them were
they were stuck on their planet
fighting
their own war.
Yeah, their own war. And Mandalorians could be like, sorry, we can't send any help to the Republic. We're literally fighting.
Because that can explain why Ezra wasn't in the new films.
Yes, and explain why Sabine and all them weren't helping defeat the Empire because they were literally fighting the remnants of the old one.
So I think this is going to be a pretty good setup to what's going forward. As for anything else Star Wars...
I'm sorry.
Remember they showed off those 5,000 new shows? I don't remember any of them, but
there's like
Ahsoka. Bad Batch.
Bad Batch.
When is that? Is that?
It's out already.
Oh my god! I didn't even know.
Is it out?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
I thought people were talking about it. It was so boring.
I'm sorry. I don't know if I want to do season 2. Like, if I watch it on my own time, maybe. But I really didn't care. I just don't care. I'm just
the fact that it ended right where it started. It was like, oh.
Yeah, we could have skipped a whole lot.
You could have just skipped all this and just showed the last episode.
Show the first 2 episodes and the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I think there's going to still making Star Wars Acolyte, which is supposed to be that politician one, whatever, where the Sith infiltrates.
So, I don't know where Mando goes, if he becomes Emperor or just becomes a wandering Mandalorian, or he just takes the sword and what if he says, okay, I'm the Emperor now, this thing means nothing, and he just breaks it.
He could.
And why not? And just end the Darksaber forever. That would be a good idea. Because I'm the king, I'm the emperor, I can say what's what, and we're not going to do it this way anymore.
Yeah, there is no ruler.
And if you want this girl to be your ruler, fine, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he could.
You never speak to me or my son ever again. It just leaves. But I don't want him to die.
No.
But we have to explain why they're not in the new films.
Right.
That's all. Like the idea of Thrawn attacking Mandalore, and that's what occupied them.
Right.
And they're too busy building their own lives back together.
Yes,
because we see a ton of other Mandalorians in all different kinds of colors. So does he like send out a beacon for all Mandalorians come back home?
He could, and he could use the Darksaber to do it. Because like it says in the Creed, if you have the Darksaber, your loyalty is to that man or that person. I should say. So yeah, it's a calling. You go to Mandalore. You go to the Mandalorian.
And Thrawn being as clever he goes, the New Order needs to get rid of the Mandalorians. He has to, because they're so powerful. You can't have them just being around.
So when you had the Darksaber, you're like, Mandalorians, ho! And the big symbol goes to the galaxy. And it pulls everyone.
It literally shoots out, and it's the Mandalorian helmet, and everyone's like...
And everyone looks up towards it, and their eyes shine.
It's the Eye of Thundera.
It's the eye of Mandalorian.
See how we're looking forward to this, and we can't wait to watch it?
Yeah, everything else Star Wars, I don't care. Even though I heard Andor was good, I will never bring myself to watch it. And if that's awful and terrible, I guess it is, because you ruined me, Star Wars, with your stupid crap.
Right. Also, another side note with that trailer, when he picks up that helmet, the other thing in Legends was the saber is the new thing that unites Mandalore, but it was actually getting the helmet.
Because that's like your identity.
Right, and it's kind of funny because it says that Revan, where was it Revan? I don't know, but Jedi hit it so no one could unite, but they didn't know where they hit it, and I'm like, wouldn't it be clever he hit it in Mandalore?
Yeah, so no one would ever go back.
No one would ever think he hit it at the home planet.
Like, so when he's like dusting up that helmet, it could be something like that.
It could be something like, or at least a little nod of because originally in Legends there was the helmet, not the saber.
And I do like the fact that Mando was always big about the armor. Like, we'll bring it back, we'll melt it down to make it for new people, but you don't get to just put it on a wall.
No.
It has to be used.
And it has to be brought back to a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's disrespectful to have
it off.
Yeah. And then that's why you also let Boba Fett have it, because, it's your father's.
Yeah, and it had the code, the gene code thing on it. Yeah. It's like, okay. But, I can't wait to see more fun, man. Did you say how many episodes?
No, it didn't. But it said season 3. I think it's coming out this year.
Yeah, so I hope it's not like 3 episodes. Come on, give me 8.
Yeah, give me 8 or
12.
I know, yeah. That's asking for 12 episodes in a season is beyond anything. I'm wanting at least 8.
Well, then what kills you because Andor was something like 16 episodes.
Give me that.
Come on, what the heck?
Because
guys?
they were in jail for like 90% of the thing.
the
They were like in a thing. They were building something. I don't even know what it was. I don't even care.
Oh.
That's probably
the fact that the guy had an AK-47 just killed me.
Right.
The people literally was an AK-47. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Mando's a cool character. Grogu's great. I want him to get a little baby lightsaber with his little baby Mando helmet.
With his ears sticking out.
Well, he does have that little chainmail.
Yeah, so he can get.
But the reason why we have the Darksaber because we had a Mandalorian and a Jedi at the same time.
Yeah, so technically,
yeah,
that'd be dope.
Yeah, it would.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.